Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video, we will have our discussion on the most frequently asked question around the Rahu and Ketu, which is, Nipun, what do you think? Rahu and Ketu are better off being on their own in the chart, or the overall potential of the native of the chart gets uplifted if the other planets are going to be conjunct with Rahu and Ketu in the chart? So what do you have to say over there? So in this video, short video, we will have our discussion on that. Guys, I was initially thinking about explaining this topic through just a 1 minute short, but you know that then you have to talk very fast. In any case, I speak so fast. Imagine then I have to speak with 2x speed and everyone is going to be getting completely knocked out. Okay, what this guy is saying, and I will have no leverage of giving you some reference chart as well and flavorize the whole topic with my personality. So now in this short video as well, not as short as 1 minute, we will talk about it in a very elaborate way. So okay guys, let's try to understand first the importance of the nodal axis in our life. We all know this thing that Rahu and Ketu and their axis in the chart is seen as the karmic knot. Whatsoever your unfulfilled desires from the past are, wheresoever your subconsciousness is innately very curious about, your capacity to do miracles, innovate and be very ambitious and have that unique personality and persona is generally attached where Rahu is going to be placed in the chart. When we talk about Ketu, definitely it has to do with the kind of unfulfilled desires and the kind of talents which you have been mastering from the journey of the soul from the past so many lifetimes. We generally attached with the house where Ketu is going to be placed. Ketu is all about detachment. All it wants is perfection or soul level kind of compatibility. So we understood so far about the Rahu and Ketu axis. Now let's take up the case of if you have to understand a scenario where Rahu and Ketu are going to be placed in the chart without being conjunct with any other planet. So now what is going to be happening is that we all know that when it comes down to judging the strength of a planet, and this is equally applicable in the case of the Rahu and Ketu as well, we have to see that okay, in which house they are placed. Rahu is generally considered as good in the Upachya Bhava. Rahu is considered as very good in the Mercury signs, Venus sign or the Saturn sign. And let's say for example, if it is also placed in the nakshatra of one of these planets and the dispositor, sign lord of the Rahu or Ketu is well placed, then we can say this thing that okay, in this scenario, Rahu and Ketu are strong and they are going to be delivering result, generating result independent of any other external stimulus or external influence on them. So this is the one such scenario where you can do the prediction, you can do the judgment on the basis of that, okay, Rahu and Ketu energy is dignified, graceful and capable enough of giving results as per their nature. Now let's take up the scenario number 2. If you will come across a chart over where Rahu and Ketu are going to be conjunct with other planets. Now comes the twist. Because guys, when we talk about Rahu and Ketu, they are highly karmic planet. If there is any planet which is going to be conjunct with Rahu, that will definitely tell about that you will have some sort of unfulfilled desire connected with that planet. That is the very first thing which we get to know. The second thing is that, see, Rahu is like a vacuum. It's like a sucker. Like, do not take it in a wrong sense. I was not able to find another word for that. So I mean to say it absorbs the energy of the planet it gets conjunct with. In a way, it distorts the energy of the planet which it gets conjunct with. Rahu is a very unpredictable, whimsical planet, and so is the similar qualities which it will attach to the planet it is going to be conjunct with. So now what is going to be happening is that we all know this thing that when it comes down to planet like Jupiter, which is like hard bent on giving us wisdom, when it comes down to the qualities of Venus, which has to do with love, relationship, comfort. Now if they are going to be conjunct with Rahu, for example, you will even find some sort of whimsicalness even attached to the innate qualities of these planets as well. Like for example, Jupiter is like a guru. Now Rahu is conjunct with Jupiter. The guru could be moody. Guru could be whimsical. Okay, today I'm in a good mood, I can give you all the knowledge. And next day, oh, I'm not in a mood, I don't want to even look at your face. So that is going to be happening. So if any planet is going to be conjunct with other planet, it somehow Rahu imparts its uncertainty, unpredictability, whimsicalness, new age things innovation. We all know this thing that, see, when we talk about Saturn is a very traditional, cultured, orthodox planet, but to an extent even Jupiter does not want to revolutionize. Jupiter just wants to follow the same pattern, like the way the Guru Shishya Parampara, that is strongly connected with the planet Jupiter, that okay, being a guru, I will only impart my teaching, all of my life's learning only to my either my own disciple or to my own child. But you connect Rahu with it, the same person is going to be sitting in front of camera, internet, and spreading the knowledge and giving it to the world. So in a way, now again guys, it all comes down to the Desh, Kal, Patra, country, culture, and the individuality of the native. But in a way, if you were to ask me, if any planet is going to be conjunct with the Rahu, Rahu in a way absorb the quality of that planet. Rahu somehow distort the quality of that planet, and Rahu somehow, because Rahu is like a controller, it somehow loves to take control and kind of masquerade the quality of that planet as well. So this is how you will see that if any other planet is going to be conjunct with Rahu and Ketu, the planet is going to be losing out its qualities, its purity, sanctity, and Rahu is going to be gaining over it. Any planet conjunct with Rahu or Ketu, there is no debate to that. The winner is always going to be Rahu. The person who is going to be getting the maximum share is always going to be Rahu and Ketu. So I mean to say, and guys, generally what has been written and seen is that if Rahu and Ketu are going to be conjunct with the luminaries, they get very powerful. If Rahu and Ketu are going to be conjunct with your ascendant lord, it's like your ascendant lord has gone to the 8th house, irrespective of the fact that your ascendant lord is placed in the 10th house, 11th house, which has nothing to do with the unpredictability. But if your ascendant lord in the 10th house, 11th house, 3rd house, 4th house, if it is conjunct with Rahu, it's more or less like 8th house. There will be unpredictability, uncertainty over there. Rahu and Ketu conjunct with luminaries, sun and moon, becomes very, very powerful. Very powerful. Rahu and Ketu conjunct with the planets which are exalted, or planet which are like in their own sign, in the Mool Trikona sign, even in those kind of scenarios and situation, the overall signification of that planet, and in short, Rahu gets very powerful, very potent. So guys, at the end of the day, if I were to give the conclusion, my opinion, my inputs, my view over this, so I would say that it is always better if you have Rahu and Ketu individually placed in the chart. They are not conjunct with any other planet. That is the always win-win situation scenario, because not only they will not affect you in your free will, the free will or the free way of the manifestation of the energy of the planet, but also it is an indication that you're not carrying any karma from the past connected to that planet. So the win-win situation is that if you have Rahu and Ketu individually placed in the chart. Second best scenario could be that if Rahu and Ketu are conjunct with the exalted planet, or they are conjunct with the luminaries, better off they are in a good dignity, they are placed in some good house, that okay, if even if Rahu is going to be creating some unusuality, unpredictability pertaining to the matters of that planet, somehow it is not gonna topple your life. It is not gonna add that degree and sense of kind of false allegation, confusion, and native wasting his life, wasting the time period of a planet in putting his energy in those areas which are not meant for him. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.